Hello, I'm glad you're here. I'm NatsMan, and I'm reading the Bible from the beginning to the end, from Genesis to Revelations. Please join me in this journey and make God's Word a part of your everyday life. This video is a recap summary of the book of Deuteronomy, and we will begin right now. The book of Deuteronomy is the last of the 5 books of Moses. It takes place on the plains of Moab just before Israel is about to cross the Jordan River into the Promised Land. The name Deuteronomy means second law, not a brand new law, but a restating and explaining of God's commands for a new generation. You see, the first generation who left Egypt had died in the wilderness because of their disobedience. But now their children are standing on the border of Canaan, just about to step into the life God has promised. Moses, their leader, knew his own time was short, so these are his farewell words, his last sermon calling Israel to faithfulness. First, in chapters 1 through 4, Moses looks back. He reviews Israel's history, how God delivered them from slavery, gave them his law at Mount Sinai, and guided them through the wilderness. He also reminds them of their failures, like the time they refused to enter the land because of fear, which led to 40 years of wandering in the wilderness. Yet even through their rebellion, God remained faithful, defeating enemies and providing for them along the way. Then in chapters 5 through 11, Moses reminds them of God's covenant. He repeats the 10 Commandments and emphasizes what it means to live for God. At the heart of it all is the Shema in Deuteronomy 6. Hear, O Israel, the Lord your God, the Lord is one. Love the Lord with your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your strength. Moses stresses that obedience is not just about keeping rules. It's about loving God with your whole being. It's about remembering his goodness, teaching his words to your children, and not forgetting him when times are good. In chapters 12 through 26, Moses gives laws for life in the land. These chapters cover worship, destroying idols, and serving the Lord only in the place he chooses. They also lay out civil and social laws, showing that justice and caring for the poor, treating workers fairly, and guarding against sin. God's goal is for Israel to be set apart, a holy people who reflect his character to the nations around him. Then, in chapters 27 through 30, Moses lays out blessings and curses. If Israel obeys, they will enjoy God's blessings, prosperity, protection, his presence. But if they turn away, curses will come, trouble, defeat, even exile from the land. In chapter 30, Moses makes it very personal. I have set before you life and death, blessings and curses. Now choose life so that you and your children may live, and that you may love the Lord your God. Listen to his voice and hold fast to him. It's a call to decision. And finally, in chapters 31 through 34, we come to Moses' last words. He encourages the people, passes leadership to Joshua, and teaches Israel a song to remind them of God's faithfulness. He blesses each of the tribes one last time. Then Moses climbs Mount Nebo, and from there God lets him see the Promised Land, though he is not allowed to enter it himself. On that mountain, Moses dies, and Israel mourns the passing of their great leader. Joshua is ready to step forward, and the people are ready to move into the land that God has promised. The message of Deuteronomy is timeless. It teaches us that obedience flows from love. It reminds us to remember God's faithfulness because forgetting leads to sin. It warns us that choices have consequences. And it challenges us just as it challenged Israel to choose life, to walk with God in love and trust. So as we look at Deuteronomy, we're not just reading Moses' farewell speech. We're hearing God's call to his people then and now. Love me, obey me, remember my goodness, and walk in the life I have prepared for you. Thank you for listening to the book of Deuteronomy. I'd like to thank you for joining me in this project to read the entire Bible. I hope you enjoyed listening to it as much as I enjoy reading it. So please feel free to comment if you'd like, and please subscribe and give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I hope you come back for the next video when we start the book of Joshua. Until then, thank you. Have a blessed day. I'm NatsMan, and I'm out.